Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Today we have a really special show in store for you. We often get other type animals besides dogs and cats, so we have several that we're going to show you today. Always keep an eye on our website. We update that every hour, so any animals that come into the shelter, that's always updated. Our first guest today is Felix. Felix is a green-cheek conure parrot. One of the birds that can live many years, and also a pet that you need to do a lot of research before you decide you're going to adopt a parrot. They can make great pets. One of the things we do want to point out there is you have to make sure you're providing the appropriate housing for them. This cage actually, in our opinion, would be too small for him. He was just recently surrendered to us, and we want to make sure that the new adopters have the means and the resources to be able to provide Felix the housing that he deserves. We understand from the previous owner that he was moving and couldn't take Felix with him. He's about 1.5 years old. And needs a variety of food, not just pellets. So a lot of special dietary needs that these beautiful birds need. They can talk. I understand that he's working on some of that. He's making a few noises here and there. But he's just more interested at this point. He's not hand tame, but that is something you can definitely work on with Felix. He is for adoption here at the Ames Animal Shelter. If you've done your research and you're interested in adopting Felix, or would like more information about him, you can call the Ames Animal Shelter, or you can come on down to visit Felix here at the shelter. And our next guest you'll see today and meet is Chessie. Chessie was brought into us as a stray, and we didn't have anybody come forward for her. She's telling us her story. And so we have Chessie available for adoption. Now, she has laid an egg since she's been here. So for those looking to have a chicken and get some very fresh eggs, Chessie is available here at the Ames Animal Shelter. It is important to note that you can have chickens. You need to make sure you're providing the appropriate space for them. Cleaning up after them, providing them care as needed. But you can't have roosters in the city, so we want to make sure that our viewers understand that. And typically that's because of the nuisance, the noise, although Chessie's a little noisy here too. But roosters typically, you don't want to wake up your neighbors with the crowing every single morning. But if you're interested in Chessie, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. And our next guest here is a guinea pig. We've named her Astra. Astra came into us as a stray. She was found and nobody came forward to claim her. Guinea pigs, again, can make some great pets, but they're not a pet for everybody. So you want to make sure that you do a lot of research on guinea pigs. Astra tends to be a little bit on the quieter side. Some of them squeal quite a bit, but she seems to be on the quieter side. She hasn't been tamed by hand a whole lot, so she probably need a little bit more working with that for adopters. Just with all the animals here, they need to make sure you're providing them with appropriate housing enclosures and appropriate food. They need more than just pellets. So it's important that you have the resources and the means to take care of them, provide them all the proper facilities, and veterinary care as needed too. So again, do some research on guinea pigs. Lots of information out there. There's even some groups you can join to be part of the discussion about having them, how to properly care for them, and how to make them good parts of your family. And Astra here is just a sweet little girl, very friendly, hasn't shown any aggression behavior at all. But again, definitely do some research before you think about adopting a guinea pig. If you're interested in meeting Astra here at the Ames Animal Shelter, come on down. We'll be happy to talk to you about her and let you spend some time with her and see if she might be the right pet to add to your family. Our next guest today here is Remus. Remus came to us as a stray. He actually looks very similar to a guinea pig. However, he is a lionhead rabbit. We'll try to show you his face here. Looks very similar to guinea pigs, but a very different creature altogether. Remus, we're estimating, is a younger rabbit, very, very gentle. Don't know much about him since he just came in as a stray, but lionheads are very popular rabbits. A lot of people have them as pets. I'm going to say it again with rabbits, just like guinea pigs and other pets, these exotic pets, it's very important that you do some studying on them. They're not a pet for everybody, but they do make great pets. Rabbit.org is an amazing website that provides a lot of information about how to properly care for a rabbit, what kind of food to feed them, the type of enclosures that you need to let them live in, things like that, veterinary care, things that are very, very important to having a rabbit. You don't want to get a rabbit and stick it in a hutch outdoors. That's not an appropriate environment for them. So for more information here on Remus or to meet him, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. Again, make sure you check out rabbit.org if you're considering adopting a rabbit, whether it's here from our shelter or any other location. They're great pets to have, but again, not a pet for everybody. And the next big guy we have here with us is Bugsy. Bugsy came in as an owner surrender rabbit because they were unable to care for him anymore. We definitely want to make sure that people really consider the lifespan of these animals, and we really want them to be a permanent, forever home. We want to make sure that they're fitting into the household. So you want to give a lot of thought before you adopt an exotic pet like a rabbit, guinea pig. They do require special needs, special care, food. It's not just a pet that you put into a cage and feed some pellets. There's a lot more to them than that. They have great personalities. You can teach them to use a litter box like you would a cat. So a lot of really neat features about having a pet rabbit. But it's information you definitely want to look into before you consider adopting one from an animal shelter or other facility. This one here is a big guy. He's much, much bigger than Remus, but appears to be pretty gentle. He's not trying to get away. He can move if he wanted to, and he's just enjoying the petting here. Probably not too sure about being on camera with the lights and everything, but seems to be a pretty gentle rabbit. One of the things you want to consider too, if you have small children, rabbits can be very powerful. And sometimes they may kick really hard. They can also, as with any animal, they can bite, and you want to make sure that you're protecting small children from animals if they have not been exposed to them. So if you're interested in meeting him, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter and we'd be happy to introduce you to him. Thank you for watching this episode of Animals and Names. As I said when the show started, we have a lot of exotic animals right now that do have special requirements and special needs. So we want all of our adopters that come into the shelter to give it a lot of thought. They do have needs that not everyone can meet, and it's a lot more to have an exotic pet than just putting them in a cage. So do some research, call the animal shelter. We'd be happy to discuss the adoption of these pets with you. And come on down and visit them, and we'd be happy to show them to you as well. Thank you for watching.